Okay, I know that the title of this video is a little bit more than obvious, but hear me out. There's been a ton of discussion in recent weeks about Halo Infinite and its importance to the Xbox brand going forward. At first, I wasn't so sure that Halo Infinite, which is my most anticipated title of 2020, was going to be that important to the Xbox ecosystem at large. How can one game make or break not only a generation, but an entire ecosystem? Halo Infinite is 343's third entry in the Halo series, immediately following up Halo 5 Guardians. We don't know much else yet. The game's official reveal is less than 10 days away as of the recording of this video, but we do know that the entire Xbox brand rests on its shoulders. Parris from Gamertag Radio recently made an appearance on Dude Soup, the Funhouse podcast, and had this to say.
Halo Infinite is the most important game that Xbox has ever made, because not only does it have to revitalize the Halo franchise, it also has to be the flagship for the services that they're coming out with Xbox Play Anywhere, with Project xCloud. It has to be the flagship for Game Pass. And it also has to be a system seller to push the new hardware that's coming out as well. There's so much responsibility that one game is going to have at launch that they've never had to do this in the 20-year history of Xbox. Because
Parris is an amazing guy, and I highly recommend you check out both his personal channel and Gamertag Radio. Links for both will be down in the description. Parris has three really good points here. Halo Infinite needs to accomplish these things. Number one, it has to revitalize Halo, which is bringing Halo back to the powerhouse that it used to be. Number two, it has to sell the services, Game Pass and xCloud specifically. And number three, it has to sell the new hardware, which is in this case the Xbox Series X and the rumored Xbox Lockhart. Number one, revitalizing the Halo franchise. It's no secret that the Halo franchise doesn't carry the same weight it did back in 2017 when Halo 3 released. After all, it's not the only big FPS game franchise out there anymore. Of course, when Halos 1, 2, and 3 released, there were other large FPS franchises available, but none came close to touching what Halo had at the time. Halo 2 was the equivalent to Fortnite in 2004 in terms of global popularity. Now, Halo will still sell very well, but it hasn't had the staying power that it had back in the early days of the series. With live service games like Fortnite around, players feel as though they get more out of their time spent there because they're constantly working towards new things in each of the game's seasons. Now, I don't necessarily think that Halo needs to go full live service, but something akin to the MCC's seasons might do Halo Infinite well to keep players around for longer, as well as adopting a more hardcore appeal to its gameplay, which doesn't directly translate to a hardcore arena, MLG-focused multiplayer suite, but a more feature-complete game at launch. Halo needs a complete suite of modes and game types, as well as the ability to hold the attention of a modern audience to keep its fans around, as well also appealing to the hardcore fan base. I do not envy 343's position right now, and I'm sure the whole team is excited to show off what's next Thursday, but there has to be a bit of a nervous energy surrounding the studio right now in anticipation of what the fans will think of the direction that they've decided to go in. The second point that Parris brings up is the live services for the Xbox ecosystem. Game Pass is Xbox's flagship product right now, even more important right now in its life cycle than the Xbox One console itself or its many iterations. Game Pass lives on multiple platforms, the Xbox family of consoles, PC, and a select few mobile devices thanks to the equally important xCloud service. The xCloud service, which is currently still in beta on both iOS and Android devices, allows players to stream their games library directly to their favorite phones, tablets, and eventually televisions. This is going to be a massive deal even for Halo Infinite whenever it does fully launch, as it will break the barrier between needing to purchase expensive hardware or moving that hardware around from room to room in your home to allow you to play your games anywhere you'd like, even on the go. Halo Infinite will help this grow, especially if it features more varied gameplay options and not just hyper-competitive PvP. Imagine you're on a long bus ride or waiting for a meeting at work and you pull out your iPhone and Xbox controller to play a match of Infection or work on your Forge map. The possibilities here are almost literally, and I'm sorry for the pun, infinite. Now, you do not have Xbox today or ever without the success of Halo Combat Evolved, and to further that point, Xbox Live because of the success of Halo 2. Those titles are certainly the most influential in the history of Xbox, and we've come full circle now in the year 2020 with Halo Infinite. The future of Xbox as a brand, as I've said multiple times in this video now, lives on the shoulders of Infinite. But why? Microsoft has made it clear that you don't need to own a console to play titles. Halo Infinite, and all of the first-party titles since, I believe, Gears 5, also released day and date on PC. So what's so special about Halo Infinite? Well, I know that I am personally not planning on buying an Xbox Series X console because of this. I'll happily stay on PC, where I've been mainly gaming for the last 2 years. Now, that doesn't mean that the Series X's success does not matter. Microsoft is a business, and a huge one at that. At any point, they can still decide that something isn't worth pursuing anymore. Just because the services are doing well doesn't mean Xbox can live on like Sega did by releasing their games on other platforms after they stopped producing their consoles. It needs the hardware. Halo, for example, had some pretty big numbers on Steam alone when it first came to PC in December of last year. If the console doesn't sell well, then Xbox, and most importantly by extension Microsoft, could potentially lose motivation to continue to support it as well as they have since Phil Spencer took over the games division. Halo Infinite needs to sell, and not only itself, but the promise of an incredibly powerful next-generation console. Halo Infinite is the most important game to ever release on Xbox, at least in the last 10 years, if not. The future of Xbox and everything it touches relies on its success. What do you think? Is Halo Infinite going to make or break the future of Xbox? Or if it fails, will it go off quietly into the night? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and as always, thank you so much. Your support has been absolutely incredible. We are 25 subscribers away from 1,000 subs at the time that I'm recording this video, and I'm extremely excited for what the future holds, not only for Halo, but for the future of my channel and my Twitch streams. Now, you know the drill. If you liked the video, give it a like, hit that bell, give it a little ring ding, and be sure to subscribe for more Halo content. You can find my streams at least 3 days a week over at twitch.tv/Pfhorbear, and you can argue with me about Sprint in Halo over at twitter.com/Pfhorbear. Again, guys, don't forget, I also have an official Discord server that you can join right now. The link for that will be down in the description below. Stay tuned, as I'm going to be doing a huge live reaction to the Xbox Game Showcase on July 23rd on my Twitch channel, so make sure you come out and react live with me. Don't forget also, once we do hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, we are going to be doing a huge 24-hour live stream, not immediately, but within 2 weeks, and donating to a very important cause that is close and personal to my heart. We are also going to be doing a giveaway, a free copy of Halo Infinite on PC or Xbox. As well, we are going to be revealing a brand new video intro made by the extremely talented ChrisOfTheDead, Chris D Animation on Twitter. I am very excited about that. I hope you are too. Anyway, guys, until next time, be safe and have fun.